Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the limiting beliefs in entrepreneurship because limiting beliefs is one of the most important things that we have to become aware of as entrepreneurs because that is the number one thing that is going to stop many entrepreneurs. And oftentimes we don't even know that we have limiting beliefs or know what they are. So let's cover that a little bit. So this is designed to help new entrepreneurs identify and understand and overcome limiting beliefs that hinder their success. And limiting beliefs are negative thought patterns that create self-imposed barriers and prevent us from taking actions, prevent us from making decisions and fully embrace in our entrepreneurial journey. So what we'll cover is we'll identify some common limiting beliefs that affect entrepreneurs and understand the impact of these beliefs on business growth and personal development, and learn some strategies to challenge and reframe these limiting beliefs and develop a personalized action plan to overcome mental roadblocks and implement long-term techniques to sustain a growth-oriented mindset. So, how to identify limiting beliefs? Limiting beliefs are often subconscious thoughts that shape our decisions and actions. Some common examples for new entrepreneurs can include I'm not experienced enough to start a business. I need a lot of money to be successful. What if I fail? I'm not good at selling or marketing. I have to be perfect before I launch. People won't take me seriously. So write down 3 limiting beliefs that you have about entrepreneurship, and then think about where do they come from? Where did you get these limiting beliefs? Like, for instance, that you don't think that you're experienced enough to start a business. Why do you not think that you're experienced enough? Dig deep. Ask why? Why do you not think that you're experienced enough? Oh, because I never did it before. Yeah, but that's what we're going to learn here. So why do you think that not having done it before doesn't make you able to learn it and then do it? Oh, because I'm not as good as other people. Or okay, so why do you think that you're not as good as other people? Yeah, because I haven't done it before. So then you can go in circles, but try to go down to dig deeper, like, oh, I don't feel that I'm good at being online. I don't know what to post, or I don't feel confident being in front of a camera. Dig deep, find out the reasons. So understanding the impact of limiting beliefs, because limiting beliefs can have a profound impact on our journey, and they often lead to paralysis by analysis, overthinking, and delaying actions. So when we start to have to think that we can't do it, then we start to overthink, oh, I can't do it, and then of course we don't do it. So it's just about taking action. Imperfect action is much better than perfect action. So just do the smallest step. Take one small step. If you don't like to be on camera online, then make a post, and then next time include a picture of yourself. And then after that, when you feel confident enough, then take a video. And then slowly you can build up to going live, because a video is kind of live, but the thing with video is that you can erase it and do it over again. And it also limiting beliefs leads to missed opportunities because then we're avoiding risk that could have led to us growing. So in order to grow, you have to actually do something that is uncomfortable. Um, so it's very important to realize this, that you have to feel uncomfortable in order to grow. And in order to get something that you don't have, you have to become someone new. And in order to become someone new, you have to grow. and you have to feel uncomfortable. And then over time, then you're going to feel comfortable with the thing you feel uncomfortable with, like going live or being online or making videos or whatever it is. That is something that you get used to when you start to do it a lot, and then you start to feel confident about it. But limiting beliefs also lead to low confidence because you start to doubt your own abilities and your potential. And again, it's practice makes perfect. And nobody's good at anything in the beginning. Nobody's born good at even walking. I mean, a baby doesn't know how to walk when they are first born, but they never give up. I mean, think about if a baby would give up. Did you ever meet a baby that didn't learn how to grow unless something else was wrong with it physically or mentally or so? All babies, they just keep trying. And that's a kind of ability that the grown-ups have lost, the ability to keep trying, because we're often told as children that we shouldn't keep begging for things. We shouldn't be persistent. Actually, that's a bad thing that the parents or grown-ups tell children, that they should stop being annoying, stop asking for things over and over and over again, because they're just being persistent. So when we grow up and we want to start a business, then we have lost this ability to be persistent, and that's what we really need when we're starting a business. So also limiting beliefs can lead to fear of rejection. So for instance, sales, that is can be a very fearful thing, because you are asking for someone else's money, for instance, and there's a high chance you'll get a no. Also, when you go online and you're talking to people to try to get them on a call with you to see if you can help them, there's a lot of rejections, and rejections is never fun. We don't like when people say no to us. We like to be liked by other people because we're group animals. So when people say no to us, then we are being rejected, and that doesn't feel good. It's actually a dangerous situation for a group animal to be rejected by the group, because a group animal can't survive alone usually. So this goes way back to that is our animal brain that is still wired like that, to be a group animal from way back when we were animals and living in groups. So fear of rejection, avoiding sales and networking, also again talking to people online, avoiding that because there's a lot that involves a lot of rejection also. And avoiding putting yourself out there again with the posting yourself online, because then you can also get people's opinions. You're afraid to get people's opinions because you're afraid to not feel good enough, and you're afraid of being rejected. But again, that is something that we can overcome. It's something that we can learn. We can become confident in it. We can also learn how to not care that much about what other people say or think. And a good way to not care is actually to not see what people are writing. So stop going on social media or stop reading the comments. Of course, you have to go there to talk to people and to post and stuff like that. But yeah, if you see some comments, then just either don't read it. That can be hard, of course, but just learn how to disregard it. Later on, when you don't have to go online and message people and reply to their comments, then you don't need to go in there and read the comments. I never go online and read anybody's comments about what I do. So I just go there, I just make content, and someone else is posting it for me. And if they want to reach me, they can send me a message. I don't read the comments. And I never get any nasty messages. Well, rarely at least. So also limiting beliefs can lead to self-sabotage. So engaging in behaviors that prevent our progress, because that can be also, again, procrastination. Then we start to do things we tell ourselves is more important, but it's really not. And maybe we know it, maybe we don't, but it's just something that is self-sabotaging. Like, oh, I need to make a logo instead of going online and chatting to people, or I need to be better at sales. I need to study a lot more before I can do this thing. Learning and studying, that's a big thing that we use for procrastination. Yes, we need to learn and study, but it can also be used as a way of procrastinating. So be aware of that. So, for instance, you can examine think about an entrepreneur who's struggling with limiting beliefs and how to overcome them, and it leads to success. Analyze the specific actions that you need to take to shift your mindset. So if you're afraid of posting yourself online, to make videos online, for instance, what steps do you need to take? Like I said, start with just making content, and with or without your own picture. With is the best, of course, but if you don't like it, then start without a picture, or start with some other picture that you find online. And then slowly progress, get used to making content, and then start to add a picture of yourself, and then start to make small videos, reels or stories, things that can actually be redone if you're not happy with it. And slowly build it up, and start to make it a habit. Do it every single day. It's easier to do something if it's a habit. So just to make a short little story or reel every single day, just some kind of thoughts that you have, and you get used to actually coming up with ideas. Once you are used to posting things, then you get used to coming up with ideas, because then you think about something and you think, oh yeah, I can use this. This is great content. Then don't wait. Pop up your phone right then and there, and do that thing. Make a little reel or story about it. Don't wait with it. You may forget it, or you get out of that. You lose that feeling that you had with what you wanted to say, and the feeling comes across in the videos especially. So, challenging and reframing limiting beliefs. To break free from limiting beliefs, you need to recognize the beliefs, like for instance, I'm not good at selling, and then question its validity. Is this true? So you can say, I'm not good at selling, but have you had a lot of sales calls? If not, then it's not true. You don't actually know it, because you haven't done it that much. And if you have had sales calls, how many did you have? Did you have 500? If not, then you can't say you're not good at selling. You just need experience, because everything can be learned, and practice makes perfect. So, yeah, question its validity, and then identify the consequences of holding on to this belief. What is this belief doing to me? If telling myself that I can't sell, what is that doing? Well, it's going to be hard to sell your program or service if you tell yourself that you can't sell and you avoid going on sales calls. Then that's going to hold you back from achieving your dreams. So maybe you should think about having or getting rid of this limiting beliefs and turning it into something else. So reframing it with the empowering beliefs, like you can actually tell yourself, I love selling. I'm good at selling, and it may seem crazy, and you don't believe yourself at first. But if you keep saying that to yourself, you can record it as a voice note on your phone, and then have headphones on it, and then headphones on, and listen to it on repeat over and over and over, especially in the morning and in the evening. When our subconscious mind is open, we listen to it over and over and over again. And it is actually going to manifest as something that you will start to feel that you are good at selling and that you like to sell. It sounds crazy, but it works. And then take immediate action to test the new belief. So, yeah, it's maybe a little bit difficult with the selling thing. But for instance, if you have the limiting beliefs that you don't know how to make content, you don't know how to make videos, then pop up your camera and make a reel or a story. It doesn't matter how it turns out. The thing is that you did it. So you overcame yourself. So for each limiting beliefs identified earlier, you can rewrite it as an empowering beliefs. So think about a limiting belief you have and rewrite it and make a voice note on your phone that you can listen to over and over and over again. You can have many limiting beliefs that you can say in that voice note so that you can overcome many things at the same time. And be patient. It takes time. It takes quite a long time to overcome limiting beliefs. So you have to be listening to this thing for a long time. Once or twice is not enough, or maybe a week or a month, it's probably also not enough. So some practical strategies to overcome limiting beliefs. Adopt a growth mindset. View challenges as opportunities to learn rather than as failures. This is easier said than done. But really, it is any kind of challenge that you had. Think about challenges that you had previously in your life. Think about what did they do to you? Probably you went through some things that actually made you grow, something that you're proud of, that you overcame. Maybe that's exactly the thing that your coaching program is about. Maybe you overcame something and you want to help other people overcome the same thing. And that is a growth mindset. And you can adopt that with any area of your life. Um, a lot of people don't have this growth mindset, but that is a key thing for entrepreneurs. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to start a business because it is difficult. So we need to be optimistic. Entrepreneurs are very optimistic. We have to be because it is difficult and the odds of succeeding are actually low, but we don't think about that. And the only way you can fail is if you stop. If you continue to work on it, try new things, but don't pivot too often, then you will succeed for sure. And then surround yourself with support, um, with like other entrepreneurs, mentors, coaches, other entrepreneurial communities, because being an entrepreneur is not a common thing. So if we just surround ourselves with people who are not entrepreneurs, they have a different mindset and they're going to tell us to slow down, stop, relax, all these things that they believe in. And maybe they'll also say you can't, but that's their limiting beliefs and they're trying to rub it off on you and you can't let them do that. And it's difficult to let it go in one ear and out the other one. So it's actually easier to not spend that much time around people like that. So find friends, entrepreneurs, other people with a growth mindset, people who support you. It's very, very important. It's more important than we actually think. And then take small steps. Action builds confidence. Start with small, achievable tasks. Again, practice makes perfect, but don't overdo it. Because, yeah, if your goal is to run a marathon, don't start with 20 kilometers if you never ran before, because you're just going to overdo it. It's going to be a bad experience. You're going to be sore and you're never going to want to do it again. So start with small steps, even if you think you could run 5 kilometers, then start with 1 kilometer just to train yourself up. And the same thing with any other task. Start with small steps so it becomes easy, it becomes a habit, and you build up a positive mindset around that thing. Otherwise, it's going to be much harder. It's better to build up resilience and habit, do it a little bit every single day rather than just once a week and then you're destroyed for the rest of the week. And for instance, making content. Some people like to do it once a week. Yeah, I can see that they make batch content. That can be good for some people, but it can also be something that you can procrastinate on, something that you fear or you push in front of you. Oh, I have to do 7 pieces of content right now and I have no ideas. For me, it's easier to do 1 piece of content every single day. It becomes a habit, like I said, and ideas just pop up, and I do it right away. Or actually, I make a voice note for myself when I get an idea. If I don't want to do it right now, the best thing is to do it right now. But if I'm not in a location where I can do it, then I make a voice note to myself. So I have some ideas always. I always have lots of ideas stored of what kind of content I can make. And then use the positive affirmations. Daily affirmations can help reinforce a new mindset. Again, it's like the voice notes on the phone. Tell yourself that you are good at this thing, that you love to do it, that you love to do outreach, that you love sales calls, you love to talk to people, and that you're great at what you do. And if you keep repeating it, then it will actually feel like it, and it will come true. Because when you feel like you're good at it, then you actually will also do much more effort, and you will become good at it. So it's a positive spiral. And then learn from failures, of course. Reframe failures as learning experiences and adjust accordingly. So when we make failures, we all make failures. Don't hang on to it. Our mind hangs on to negative experiences a lot more than positive experiences. That is natural, but try to learn to let it go. Just tell yourself this is a learning experience. I'm glad I went through it because now I learned this lesson. I'm not going to do that again. And then now I know what not to do. So I can move on and try something else. Yeah, so that's a growth mindset again. And develop mental resilience. Very, very important. Practice mindfulness and stress management techniques to maintain clarity and focus. Yeah, mental resilience is really, really important in entrepreneurship because, again, it's something that is uncommon. There's a lot of obstacles we have to overcome. We have to develop into a new person in order to get something that we don't have. And that requires a lot of mental resilience because we have to keep doing something over and over and over again for a long time without seeing any result. And that is very uncommon for most people to keep doing that. It seems stupid to other people to keep doing something that is not working, but if you keep doing it, you will learn, and at some point you'll find a way to do it. You'll find a way that works. But what you can do to help yourself is practice mindfulness, meditation, for instance, stress management, because when you start a business, there's thousands of things you have to do. So it can be very stressful. Also, if you are at the same time having a family and a job in the beginning. So there's a lot of things you have to do. So you learn how to manage stress. Don't look at all the things that you have to do. Look at just one thing and do that. Just one step at a time. Because when you look at all the things you have to do, that's what is creating stress. If you just focus on the thing you're doing right now, being present in the present moment, that is when it becomes easy and you eliminate stress. And seek constructive feedback. So encourage external perspectives to challenge self-imposed doubt. So of course we need feedback, and that's where a coach or mentor comes in very handy. or someone else on the same journey. Because we want feedback, but we don't want someone to put us down, especially if it's someone who doesn't know what it is that we're trying to do, who is not an entrepreneur themselves. So what you can do is you can create a short action plan outlining one limiting belief and work on that. And then have a deadline for taking the first step. Have a deadline, put a date on a date and time. I'm going to start to post tomorrow. I'm going to start outreach right now, actually would be the best. And then set up reflection log to track progress over time. It's also important to track things because we cannot rely on our memory to track things. Our memory is very, very faulty. For instance, it don't mostly remember negative experiences. So you have to write things down in order to really track things. Like, for instance, how many messages you sent out, how many positive replies you got, and how many negative. We don't have to track negatives, actually. Focus on the positive. But if you don't write down how many you sent out and how many positives you got, then it's going to feel like you sent out a lot, 100, and you got no positive replies. Whereas maybe that's not true. Maybe you sent out 10 and you actually got one positive reply. So therefore, it's important to write it down to really keep track and have the correct data to make decisions from. Also, if you have an offer, then you need to keep track of how many times did I present this offer to someone. Because if you have presented to a person for over 300 times, and not the same person, of course, but to people over 300 times, maybe you need to change it. But don't change it before you have validated data on it. So don't change it after 5 times or 1 time or so, and one person didn't like it. That's not validated data. So the conclusion, overcoming limiting beliefs is an ongoing process. This is something that we have to work on for the rest of our lives. Um, that is not a one time deal. That is something we have to continue to work on. But awareness and action and new can help. So become aware of your limiting beliefs. It becomes a habit to become aware of your thoughts, actually, and take action. And that way you can build confidence, a resilience, and a success-oriented mindset. And by regularly challenging negative thoughts and embracing a proactive approach, you can unlock your full potential and achieve your business goals. So you can share your takeaways with the community and take one immediate action on something that you have been procrastinating on, maybe, or limiting beliefs. Maybe you think I can't make videos and post it. Then do it. Take one action, one small step. Make a small story. It doesn't have to be long, just a couple of seconds. Really, it's just about doing it. It's just about overcoming yourself and taking action. So I hope this helps. Message me if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.